I can't win, guys. It's 100 degrees out today and we've got a storm moving in. And yesterday it stormed all day. It was like 100 degrees, but it still was raining. It's crazy. So I need to harvest my potatoes before it's too late. I took a peek under the soil. I found some pretty good ones. I found some with those scabbing on them. I found ones that were rotten. The plants died back on half the plants probably a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. So I should have been getting these guys out of the ground, but it's just been too hot to do that kind of digging up. And then we got so much rain in the last couple of days and I can't win. So now I have wet soil. It's gonna be more wet if I don't get the potatoes out. I have an AC unit that just refuses to stop leaking on it because it's so hot. The condenser is just, well, it's just dripping fluid and I just can't stop it. So we're gonna have some wet potatoes. We're gonna get in the mud. I'm gonna do all I can to get these guys out of the ground before it's too late. Anyway, let me show you what I'm looking at. I'm hoping for 10 to 15 pounds of potatoes if we're lucky, and wish me luck. All right, everyone, it's time to get these potatoes harvested. We had several plants die back here. Anyway, I was taking a look, and if you recall, we got Yukon, Red Chieftain, and Adirondack Blues. The ground's soaked, and the next 2 days, we've got a big storm coming in. I've got an hour maybe to pull as many of these out as possible before they rot away. I've already dug around right here by hand and I had a rotten potato. So the moisture is not good for them now that the plants have died back here. So the first step we're gonna do is just cut off all these tops and really, I'm just gonna harvest them. All right, we've dug up the 4 Adirondack Blue plants, potato plants, and we've got a pretty good amount of Adirondack Blue potatoes here. I was already starting to get into the red ones, so let me go ahead and now harvest the red potatoes and see what we got in there. Should be a little bigger harvest. All right, guys, we got the bucket of red ones here. I noticed that I'm encroaching on the Yukon Gold, so now we'll grab the rest of the Yukon Gold as well and see what we got. All right, guys, pretty good amount of Yukon Gold. Some nice ones in here too. So let me go ahead and take my Yukons, my red potatoes, and my Adirondack Blues, get them lightly rinsed off, and then we'll get you a look at them in a weigh-in and see how they look. All right, everyone, sorry about not doing a time-lapse harvest video, but I had to hurry this harvest before the storm came in, so I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't want to set up a tripod or risk any damage, but anyway, we got the Yukon Golds here. We got some nice potatoes in there. I'm pretty happy with those. I even got one that I really love. Get it? Love? All right. We got some Adirondack Blues. You know, some of these are not in great shape, and I noticed that because of the moisture in the ground, that we had some splitting, and we had some of these this scaling or these pock marks on the potatoes that they get when they've been in too much moisture. So, lesson learned, we got to get that AC unit fixed so it doesn't continually drip water in this and keep that ground constantly moist. I think the Yukons did the best. Considering we only had 4 plants of those, and 8 plants of these, this was in the heart of the wet area, did the worst. This has been the most wet the last couple of weeks. Let me get these weighed up, see what the total take is. We'll do individual weights and then I'll do a combined total potato harvest. On the Adirondack Blue, 2 pounds, 11.5 ounces. On the reds, despite they don't look the greatest, 4 pounds, 4.5 ounces. And on the Yukon Gold, 5 pounds, 3.5 ounces. So 5 pounds, 3.5, and then 4.5 make 9 pounds, 8, and about 8 ounces. And then we had 2 pounds, 11.5 ounces of the other one. So looks like 11.5 pounds between all the potatoes this time. Again, wasn't a monster harvest by any means, but you know what? A couple of things I learned about this potato harvest and about these potatoes. Not that I learned, I kind of already knew that, but I didn't get things squared away in time. One, I needed to keep the moisture level down, especially the last few weeks before the harvest. A lot of these guys would have cured better. They wouldn't have had some of these bumps on them. We wouldn't have lost probably 2 or 3 of the Adirondack Blues and 3 or 4 of the Red Chieftains. We wouldn't have lost those to rot. And then finally, probably could have added a little bit of acidity to the soil Because of the moisture content, I'm sure the pH level was more towards 7. It would have been nicer if it was more acidic. It wasn't. That would have helped the potatoes along. But you know what? I'm not disappointed, guys. About 12 pounds of potatoes on a 3 foot by 8 foot bed is not that bad. That's a half a pound every square foot. So I'm not too bad about that. Next step is to let these sit out and air dry a little bit. Then we'll bring them inside. And some of the ones that have a little bit of issues, we'll have to use these tonight. I absolutely love potatoes. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, happy gardening, and thanks for watching.